Hello! Sorry it's been so long since I last did an update, but I've been struggling with my track plans a little bit. The thing is, I've really wanted to make sure that I've got a few certain criteria for the layout. One of those is sort of curves that are sort of preferably at least 4 foot in radius, just so you don't have the whole sort of coaches sort of doing that as they go around corners so much, sort of keeping it sort of quite realistic as possible. The problem with that is that if you put a 4 foot radius curve on each end of the loft, there's about 2 foot of straight space in the middle, and then it becomes a bit difficult to actually design a layout around that. And with certain other things as well, because you're trying to fit points in on curves, but if the curves are too tight, it just doesn't work out very well. So just to give you a rough idea of why it took so long, here's a few of my ideas just this past month. So as you can see, quite a few, and this is using like a program that really requires you to like lay out each point by hand and stuff, and yeah, absolutely loads. Like I said, that's just last month, and I've been doing that for about a year or so. So after all that, finally I think I'm at something that I quite like actually. So to counteract that whole curve thing I was talking about, I decided what might be good is to just make it one large curve. So here it is, the track plans as they currently stand, until I change my mind again. Hopefully I won't. So what we got here is double track main line on just slightly over 6 foot radius all the way around. Obviously got your fiddle yard on this side, which I don't mind if they use really tight radius curves because you won't see it. But I thought, well, at least this way it solves sort of all my current problems. So I'll sort of go into sort of detail, although you can probably read what my plans are anyway. So yeah, double track main line. We'll start off at the bottom here. Hopefully thinking putting a farm in down there, which will be sort of just sort of over there, because that's quite low with the beam there, so I don't really want to put anything sort of too high and stuff there. So you have to exclude the mess on the baseboards. I do keep cleaning this up, and for some reason it keeps ending up being messy again. So yeah, from there, then in the corner, off we go again. In that corner there, possibly a dairy or something. And I thought, although there probably wouldn't really be a loco shed, I thought I might just add one just for a little bit of something interesting to create. Like the idea of a little one loco shed, and just bits of, the usual stuff that you'd get at a loco shed, and all the little bit of detail that I can add there and stuff, which I thought would be pretty cool. Obviously, staggered platform there. I thought that should add a bit of interest to look at. Parcels bay, I might get rid of that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I like the idea of creating like the front of the station, then car park, and just seeing stuff like a couple of wagons or coaches or whatever just parked up there. You know, like you'd sort of see at a heritage railway when you're sort of approaching. You see all the wagons and coaches and stuff just sitting there. I think it looks quite nice. But I'll say at the minute I've just added it in. I might get rid of it. I might keep it. I don't know yet. So obviously access the dairy. Trains come in this way, would run around and then pull it in using the head shunt there and shunt it. Trains come this way, go forward, across, and then into the head shunt and shunt it. Not a problem. As we go further up the line, this will be a single slit, so you can get onto that other side. So because trains here would come up right up to the top out and then sort of reverse in, and this is where I'm probably going to have cattle dock, sort of like a goods bay platform. I might put a shed in there, I'm not sure, but probably more likely just an open platform at the minute. That's another reason why I like the idea of adding the loco shed, just for something else, just to something nice to build. Also got the head shunt there for the goods yard. This bit, it might change a little bit, but the idea is the same. Because on this side, I'm either going to put an industry there. I could also move that loco shed up to there. But I might put an industry there, but if I put an industry there, then I've got to fit space in over here for coal as well. So it's, yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. The idea of that as well is it could be a bit of like a lay-by for slow goods trains, just to pull in out the way to let the faster passenger expresses to go through. Yeah, and then hopefully sort of create sort of like a town village area sort of up there where I've got the height, as you can sort of see by the two Metcalfe houses, and try and maybe build that up slightly so that it gives a bit of height to the layout. And yeah, obviously up where you've got the end of these industry coal sidings, or in the head shunt there, will end pretty much where the river is going to be. So that's pretty much it. Because also I quite like the idea of the station sort of being here, because it's sort of quite central, and it's probably the best place to sit and operate layout from anyway. So yeah, hopefully that should be good. I might have to bring out the edges of these boards here just a little bit more, because if I'm going to do much more with this goods area here, say if I put in a little industry there or something and want the coal sidings over here, and I probably need to add in another, flesh this out a little bit, which might mean I might have to move the whole layout slightly that way, just so I can get more in at the back there, because obviously you want to leave a bit of space for scenics and stuff. I'd probably have a road bridge going across here, which will take you to sort of a more raised town village area, and then sort of down here probably a little level crossing, which should be good. So that's pretty much the track plans as they currently stand. Hopefully I won't change them too much more, because I really would actually like to get started on this layout now. I'm still undecided between using C&L FlexiTrack or just making my own. Been doing a bit of experimenting there. With staining ply sleepers. I mean, that's a lot nicer, but boy does it take time. Whereas if I use the C&L FlexiTrack, all I'd have to do is just make the points by hand. And there's quite a few of them as well, so it's going to take a while. But yeah, hopefully that should be that. And then future plans obviously is where the fiddle yard is, I might build a bit of a board up and maybe make a little tiny sort of end-to-end layout or something, just for fun, and do it maybe with snow. Maybe just been playing about with snow effects a little bit, but that's at much later date because this is going to take me bloody ages at this rate. Because it took me a year to do a blooming plan. So yeah, that's everything. Let me know what you think, and if if you've got any suggestions that could improve this a little bit. The whole idea was generally to try and keep it quite countryside-y and not, a lot of green area, a lot of sort of like a sort of quaint sort of village-ish sort of thing. Not too urban, because I want to play around with static grass a lot. But yeah, hopefully it could be all good. Might even put in a few houses down here as well. Yeah, that should be good. It also keeps everything quite balanced as well, because there's stuff to look at this side. There'll be the town village bit to look at here. Goods lodge to look at there, station to look at there, industry to look at there, and sort of your farm sort of to look at there. So whichever way you look at the layout, it should be quite balanced for that, which should be pretty cool. So yeah, like I say, if you have any suggestions or comments, then please let me know. And hopefully within the next few weeks, if all goes well, I'll get some track parts ordered and hopefully get started. What I've got to do now is try and get that crossing in temp block made into a single slip, which I've not even tried yet. So I heard that can be quite tricky, but yeah, all good fun. So I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.